what to do in Zimbabwe. What to do in Zimbabwe. So this is how I've structured this meeting. The next 50 minutes I'll be talking. Then we're going to have question and answer for the last 30 minutes. We'll finish exactly and promptly at 7:30. Is that okay? All right. So get ready with your questions. There will need to be business and entrepreneurship questions only. We are not political. We are not going to entertain that. So I reserve the right to answer questions that are business and entrepreneurship related only for this session. Is that okay? All right. So, what to do in Zimbabwe? Now, if you look at Zimbabwe, the past few weeks has been interesting. Mazoe went from $3 to $5. ZESA, I got a ZESA bill. Has anybody seen that ZESA is now? Huh? You have to be, and you have to be strong. So, in fact, I realized that everything in Zimbabwe, you now need to be strong. And the only thing that is not increased is your pay or your salary. Has anybody noticed that? That everything increased. Somebody says the only thing that is not increased in Zimbabwe is the length of pregnancy from 9 months to 15 months. Everything went up. Everything went up. So we have to know what to do when we are in such a situation. But I want to say this. What is happening in Zimbabwe is not only happening in Zimbabwe. It's happening everywhere right now. If you go to South Africa, it's the same. You go to the UK, there's inflation. You go to America, there's inflation. And what inflation does is that prices go up and your salaries are behind. So what you could afford to do last year, this year is going to be harder. So we have to think, we have to outperform what we did last year, so that if we, just to maintain the status quo. Am I talking to somebody? Now, what are you, or what should we do? What should we do? So I'm going to be taking to you some thoughts that will open your mind. Some thoughts that should open your mind. And the first one I want to talk to you about is don't die there. Don't die there. Everybody say don't die there. Now, has anybody read a book called Who Moved My Cheese? Those who have read it, lift up your hand. I want to see. Lift them high. Don't go like this. Lift them high. Okay. Now, this is a very small book. I like it. I love it. And I would encourage you to read it. You know, a lot of people ask me, which book should I read? Who Moved My Cheese is one of those. So I'll give you a breakdown as to explain this point. Now, in this book, there were 2 mice. How many mice? Okay, there were 2 mice. And so these mice would go through a maze and they would find cheese. So for years, they would do the same thing and find cheese. And go back, find cheese. But one day they went to the place where they would find cheese. And there was no cheese. So they discussed among themselves, where's the cheese? I think the person who puts the cheese has forgotten. But anyway, let's go. We are still full. We'll come back tomorrow. Then tomorrow they went back. But this is unfair. If they don't give us our cheese, how do they expect us to survive? This is demonic. This is an attack. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Huh? It sounds like you, isn't it? And so they said, you know what? Let's go back, and they went back. Then for almost 7 days now, one of the mice then says, you know what? Cheese is not coming back. I have to look for new cheese. And one said, no, I'm not going to look for any cheese. I'm going to continue coming back so that I want my cheese. Started to go, where is my cheese? Why are you not bringing my cheese? And so one mice was fasting and praying and said, I want my cheese. Father, I declare cheese. Father, let cheese be. I hear him say. Then the other one left. and realize that the cheese has moved. And I want to say to you that just because something was working yesterday, it doesn't mean that it will work this year, because the cheese has moved. So ask your neighbor, your cheese, in fact, say to your neighbor, who moved your cheese? So your cheese has moved. So I want to say that in Zimbabwe right now, the cheese has moved. And if you think that what you were doing is going to keep you, you are wrong, because the cheese has moved. And for my point here is, don't die there, because the cheese has what? Has moved. No matter how many times you go there, no matter how you're going to try it, the cheese has moved. You have to do something new. You have to move. Do not repeat things that are not working. And a lot of us, we like to repeat things that are not working because we are so much used to doing something, and we like it. If you're at a corner shop, you want to continue the corner shop, and now the corner shop is not giving you money, and you're saying, why? Are you hearing him saying, maybe you had ka kombe, ka wish, and now why is the wish not working? The cheese has moved. So if the cheese has moved, you also have to move. You have to find new cheese. So I'm saying that you have to find something that gives you money now. Because what was giving you money then will not give you money now. So you must not die there. That's the point. You must not die there. And how are you going to get the solutions? You're going to get the solutions for your business with new approach. Everybody say new approach. Yes. So you have to do things differently. You have to do things differently. You also need new knowledge. Say, I need new knowledge. Yeah, because the knowledge that you have was sufficient for yesterday, but is not sufficient for today and for the future. I like what somebody says, if you are not informed, you will be deformed. Huh? I'm now sounding like a motivational speaker, isn't it? But it's true. You have, what new thing do you know this year, different from what you knew last year, that will change how you are making money and how you are making money? If you know the same things this year that you knew last year, you are behind. You are behind. There is no demon resisting your money. You are just behind. You are just behind. And I always tell people that the person who's making money now, there's a piece of information that he knows that you don't know. You are going to need new contacts. Say, I need new contacts. Yes. No. What is happening around you? You know what? When you talk about contacts, I've got some power contacts. Power contacts. Just this week, the kind of meetings that I had 3 power meetings. And in those meetings, we were talking about high-level things. Zinemsoro. Are you hearing what I'm saying? One was in my house, one I was at another person office, and we were talking about high-level things. Bringing containers from China. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And the deal is already starting to move. The other one was to land development. And it's starting to move. And Are you hearing what I'm saying? I don't want to give you details. But it has to do with your contacts. Now, your phone is full. An average phone, or a standard one, should have at least 750 without a card. The boots is 250. Fair. Now, the contacts that you have, what value are they giving you? How much money have you made from the contacts in your phone? If I were to say, remove anybody who has not given you value financially from your phone, how many contacts will remain in your phone? Some of you will have -10. Even your name, you also remove yourself. Huh? So for you to make it in Zimbabwe, you need new contacts. Okay. Now, if you continue with the same people that you knew for the past 5 years, probably you have already maximized their influence and the kind of things that they can do. You understand what I'm saying? You need some new contacts. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret. You are 4 contacts away from meeting anybody in Zimbabwe. 4. Including the president. 4. 4 people away. So you are 4 people away from meeting the CEO of a company that can buy your product or that can supply you. You are 4 people away. The problem is you don't have the people. So with the people that you have, you are 1,000 people away from meeting anyone with an sorrow. You understand what I'm saying? So when we say you need to invest into contacts, you need to invest, that's why some of us, you know what I do? I make sure that I go for conferences. I make sure that I go for certain meetings, certain dinners, even if they don't seem to be really, all I'm going to do there is to meet somebody I can talk to. I want to meet 1 or 2 people who are not even in my field. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because people want to deal with people that they know, that they've met somewhere, which is not a business interaction. You understand what I'm saying? So if I met you sometime at a dinner or at a party, when I then knock your door, you say, you act as if we are friends for life. But we have just met less than 2 hours. And doors will open, money will be released. But right now you only have your contacts, your broke contacts that you talk broke things, and you'll be sitting by the bridge or Paspe Mago talking broke things and doing nothing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Say, I need new contacts. Oh yeah, you need new contacts, and that's what you need. So in Zimbabwe, for things to work, you need. So I want you to say, every week, every month, I want to get 1 new power contact. And you do things intentionally and deliberately that will move you. You need a contact. For us to be in this place, it took a contact. It took a contact. To be in this place took us a contact. A lot of things in life, it's all contacts. And your next level is 1 contact away. You need new products. So which means the things that you are selling, if they are not making money now, then as good as say, don't change the color. If people don't like those, so today I went and I bought a new, I wanted to wear a black shirt. Then madam said, no, you're not wearing a suit. I wanted to wear a suit. I said, no, just wear jeans. My usual, So I then decided to wear jeans. So I went into this shop. And in that shop, I want my suit. I need a bag also. That in my suit, well, I'm not going to buy it. Please don't buy me one. Are you hear what I'm saying? But I want to understand that item deal is item deal. Are you hear what I'm saying? Okay, all right. But if you are starting a new business, you have to say, this one is already coming out of fashion. What is the new thing? You need the new product. You have to be ahead, and that's how some of us, we made money. When nobody had started my drug rehab, I started the first drug rehab. I started the second rehab. I started the third rehab. I had 5 years when I was the only person doing drugs. Drug rehabilitation. So in those 5 years, you know what? I grew my business because nobody knew what was happening. I brought something new, and how I got it is I did my master's. While I was doing my master's, I was then attached in Cape Town. So when I was in Cape Town, I then saw this and said, I can bring this home. It's not yet there at home. So all I did, I just copied what I saw in Cape Town and brought it to Zimbabwe. I just took all the protocols. I didn't even think. I was photocopying in my mind. Everything, copy. And I did that. And for 5 years, I made so much money. I made so much money that when I started the rehabs, I had no money. I got an angel investor to invest into me 160,000. I said, I've got an idea. It will make us money. And what I will do is, I will not take my my profit until you get your 160 back. In fact, what I did with 160, I said 60 is equity. So they gave us money. And we took a loan from them for 100 and said we are going to pay the 100. So we paid the 100 in 1 year. And then we started to grow and said, no, we are not going to take any money. Let's grow. Then we grew the business. We opened another one in Borodo. Then we grew another one and we opened another one in Mandaro. So when we at that time, when we had grown, we then sold the business. And I remained with 30%. Still got some money. We had already recovered our money. We had already made profit. And how much money did I put? 0. So I want to tell somebody here that if your idea is good, you actually don't need any money. In fact, there are people with money in this country who are failing to find a way to put some money, but they are looking for a good business. But the problem is your business and your products and your services, they are so obvious. Business, my tax. Nobody's going to put money. Only your relative. A fool who put money there. But if you've got a real business, there's money. In fact, there's too much money chasing not the few businesses in this country. So you have to upgrade your level of businesses. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to go and start a new market. Has anybody read a book called Blue Ocean Strategy? You guys, you want to be rich and you're not reading. How? Has anybody read a book known as the Blue Ocean Strategy? Okay, there are now few. Now, in the Blue Ocean Strategy, now I've read over 3,000 books. I'm self-taught in terms of business. I've read so much books. You can ask my wife. I read so many books. So I read the Blue Ocean Strategy. Now, the Blue Ocean Strategy says there are 2 oceans that are there. There's the Blue Ocean and the Red Ocean. The Red Ocean is where most of us, we go into, where there's too much competition. What is the Blue Ocean Strategy? Is good. Kune ma free markets, business so free market. Which means you are entering into a red ocean. There's blood there because there's just too much competition. The products are few, the price, the what. But you must think of a blue ocean. So when I brought the drug rehabs in this country, there was nobody, there was no price. So I set the price. So I said, for us to be with you, we want $1,000 per week. And said, who is the competition? There's no one. So we set the price. So the reason why you are failing is all your businesses are in the red ocean. Tell your neighbor, you are operating in the red ocean. Come over to the blue ocean. That's why I wore blue. Everything is blue. And other things that I cannot show. Everything is blue. I hear what I'm saying. You must get away from the red ocean. Huh? Is this making sense? So the reason why your business is failing is not because you are a bad person. It's not because you've got spiritual things attacking you. It's because you entered a space which is a bad space. You entered the red ocean. We want more of you to come into the blue ocean. Everybody say blue ocean. Guys, you are learning. This is for free. I'm giving you too much value for free. Huh? You understand what I'm saying? So the next time, no, this looks like a strategically. You get what I'm saying? When you meet your next contact, I was in the red ocean strategy, but when now I'm thinking blue, you know what I'm saying? But second verse, I have no plus here. And you know what? And because you have to chase your cheese. And when your cheese is moved, you have to go into the blue ocean strategy. Huh? Am I talking to somebody here? All right. So that's what you need to do. Stop this thing. You know what? Let me tell you a scripture. The broad is wide, and many are on it. And that road leads to destruction. Many are on roads that lead to little profit. So what I do is to look, even as a pastor, you might be a pastor here, when everybody said 12 years ago, prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. Guess what I did? Wisdom. I'm going to teach wisdom. Everybody doing drama. You hear what I'm saying? I'm just teaching. I'm just teaching. You hear what I'm saying? I want you to check who has got a bigger church now. Because I decided to go to the blue ocean strategy. It works anywhere. It works in business. It works in ministry. It works anywhere. When other people were saying, even when I was choosing my master's, psychiatry. Then I said, no, you know what? Psychiatry is the specialty of the future. With what is happening, there's going to be so much mental health, and it has been declared now that it is the biggest thing in medicine. But everybody, I end up guys. I hear them say, when I say guy, but why don't you become a guy? You know how many guys are in Zimbabwe right now? There are over 200 Magain. When I qualified, I was the 7th psychiatrist. Right now, about 25. So every psychiatrist needs his 800,000 who need. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Go for the new market. Go for the new thing. Don't set yourself up for failure. Like what most of you are doing. If I ask your business right now, I can tell you that you are struggling. And you are struggling because there are 200,000 other people doing the same thing. Look for where you are the first. Be the first. Have the first mover advantage. Years ago when I opened the first 24-hour in Chitungwiza, it was the first 24-hour in Chitungwiza in 2006. Makoni 24-hour medical center. It was the first. The first 24-hour has been opened. Guess whose it was? Because I'm always looking for things where I am the what? The first. Because when you're first, it's difficult for you to fail. But if you are number 1,021,033, you are in trouble. Because you've got too many competitors. Okay, I've said enough about this slide. Let's move. You must change your mindset. So many Zimbabweans have what I call the bucket business mindset. And I want you to change it to a pipeline business. Now, kune pipeline suits. I think that guy is doing brilliant. Brought cheap suits and everybody's buying there. It's good. But bucket, it means you are doing a business that you need a lot of effort. And you need to do the effort every day. And you need to be there yourself every day doing the effort. That is a lot for the business to work. When you are sick, the business is sick. When you've got a flu, the business also has got a flu. When you are on holiday, the business is on holiday. But some of us, we want pipeline. Pipeline is you work hard at first and set up a system that continues to pay you whether. So right now, you guys are here and your business is closed. I'm talking to you. My businesses right now are open. Macon 24 is open. White House 24 is open. St. Mary's 24 is open. BHH is open. Mandara Mana is open. The only thing that is closed is the bucket system that I have, which is my own surgery. And what you have, ungone bucket chat. Things that work and are you hearing what I'm saying? Huh? So I want you to start to think, what can I do that can work if I'm not there? So you set up pipeline. So yes, it takes efforts at last, but after some time, it starts to work without you. That's why I always say that you need to change your aggressive income into fairly passive income. Everybody, you don't start with a pipeline, you start with the bucket, because the bucket is you are using you. You are the labor. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to do that. But I want you to start to have the thinking that, listen, the next time I have money, I want to start something that can operate on its own. Ask your neighbor, do you have anything that operates on its own? Gakupe answer. Gakupe answer. Akati hanobva ndosaka ndo. That's why wakabroka. That's why zvakakinga. Huh? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't even go on holiday. You can't even travel. Is this making sense? What you need to do in Zimbabwe. The next thing that I want to teach you is what I call reverse engineer success. Reverse engineer success. It means look at people that are successful. Look at businesses that are successful. Look at companies that are successful. Look at a shop that is successful. Look at it. Now I will tell you, listen guys, nobody who is successful is going to come and tell you their secrets. So I tell you what I did in 2004 when I started putting my bucket system with my first 24 hour. At that time, there was one 24-hour, all this side, Kwangakune Arcadia Medical Center. It was the only 24-hour medical center. There was no 20. Now they are everywhere. That's why now when people are getting out. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're now looking where else can I be? First, Blue Ocean. So I went to Arcadia. Then I said, Dr. Chirisa. At that time, I'd known Dev, nothing. I was looking so skinny. I'd done a six-pack. Believe it or not, I had six-pack. I had six-pack. You know what I'm saying? So I then went to Arcadia Medical Center, baby. And that, no, I admire you guys. I want to see. So I then went back and pretended to be sick and paid the consultation. Didn't a notebook kangu. Saka paendo varira muketi pepe. I want to see your word. Yeah, you have to be strategic to get information. Nobody's going to tell you things. Yeah? Do you think you're going to go to a rich man about, hey, rich man, tell me how you became rich over don't know who's No. Sometimes we're not too far now. But sister, I'm shopping. Sister, no, I'm shopping. 50. You have to be thinking. You have to so visit, look at the people that are successful and acquire information, how they are doing it, Am I talking to somebody? You are too nice for success. You are too nice. Yeah. So that's how I got information. By the time I put a mamia, no, I think I need my drip in my words. Because when watching staff only. Are you hearing me say? Staff only. And I thought, this is nice. This is nice. Notebook. So if you look at my 24-hour, if you go into the casualty, it looks almost like the Arcade. Because ndakango kopa. Better ndi kope and succeed than to be original and fail dismally. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Am I talking to somebody? So I copied. And now I've got more 24 hours than the people there. Yeah. And all of them are working. And ago, and they're all working. And they are now my pipelines. I don't work there. I last worked at a 24-hour in 2012. But all of them are working. But I used to work there. Created my own pipeline. Every month, they give me money. I'm sort of bangunimara. You know what I'm saying? So, what should you do when you are reverse engineering? What are the people that are needed? What are the skills that are needed? What do they know that I must know? What are the ways that they do it? What are the formulas? Huh? What are the contracts? There are many people that they look at. You must reverse engineer success. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of us, you don't reverse engineer. And I'll speak this from a pastoral point of view. So a pastor will come into this house, sit there on a sand, ongo my lights. My lights. No, that's not reverse engineering. There is what is happening behind there. Scenes. Door. That's what is making things work. So right now, there's a guy who is here. You also want to start your master class. Let us say, no, you are missing it. You're not revealing. There's the skill that is needed. Because one of the skills, if I can tell you if you are here, because you see, my job is to make you is to help you succeed. If you want to be a person who is a speaker, then you must be a great storyteller. Because all of us, we like to hear stories. So already today, story mangan, but they're sticking to a point. But if I come to sweater, perfect. Could hey, there are 20% electrolytes in your chakut and 2 liters in your chi chakut. And if I do that, I'm saying, because people want to hear stories, so you have to know how to tell stories, and short stories, not boring stories. Re-engineer success. Am I talking to somebody here? All right. Running out of time. The other thing, what you do I want you to do something. Look for something to sell with more zeros. Now, let me tell you something. If you are a small business and all you are selling does not have a zero, you are in trouble. Wagato broke. Are you know what I'm saying? So, selling $0 is not that one okay. And it's iwewe uri one. Ukutengisa chinche $1. Could we hit at 200? You need 200 customers. So, in any business, resena zero per price. And hit. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I am telling you. Look, so you need to look for a business rene zero per price somewhere, because each zero is a multiply. Times 10, times 100, times 1,000. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you can only change in 1 digit, my friend, could you hit $1,000? You need 500 people. You need 500 people. That's a lot of people. Huh? 500 people varada ma crate emasai. Saka uchimezi kuti mazai ako anofana kusvika apa. Iwewe unofana wakatogarira ma crate. So Ivans can do that because it's moving volume. So when you are a small business person, you must understand that your target is boutique in nature. So I always say, target, have something in a zero. $10, $12, chakut, because it's easier. $100 will go take on 3. So in Nini, for me, 100 GP, they charge at $10. When I get a specialist to see me now, it's $120 US. So nothing the guy I know is a very good guy. And charge at $10. but ndapinda ndakataza time yake andigera musoro nekundi geza nekuzondi daiso I don't know why they do that. The massage went 45 minutes yapera dampa $10. I said this guy is broke, but actually none, because at least anika zero. Imagine a baba arugera msoro nendevu for $2. Apa zuru costa 45 minutes. Quit I'm sorrow one. Apa my head is not the biggest. It's like yours, like some of you here. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So which means so that guy ngoya and geraga. In India on 2 patients, 30 minutes. Then that's 140. Here aita $10. And he's actually one of those expensive barbers. Someone because that the time about and I get $15. Kuna mwana wakava buda mu office to unoti hairstyle yacho yakaita say over ngona rizuda. No, it's not the hairstyle, it's kunu kwa uri kugererwa. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because akudu kugerwa bekuti kana wa kugerwa spirit. No. What girl? But anyway, let's go to the point. The reason why you are struggling is because so for you to hit your rent $250, that's why we all send every day, ne Sunday, ne pakati pe usiku, pa Easter, pa chakuti, because one day wakasangwenda chet. Rent aikwan. Tell your neighbor, you need to look for something to sell chine zero somewhere. Saka anything above 10 and chakuti, chiri none, because it's a multiplier effect. Am I talking to somebody? Wakatanga utengesa chine $100, chine 1,000, ziri none. Kana uchitengesa mota inokupa 1,000, ununa utengesa mota 2 kana 1 per month. You need 1 customer. It's easier to get 1 customer than to get 500 customers. So mentality yedu kunonzi kuchitunguza kuseri kuchitunguza kwete matsaona chete wewe. Kunonzi wane kuchitunguza kunonzi chikwekwe. Kunonzi kujampanja. Your jampanja mentality is keeping you poor. So I want you to think, what can you do? Chine zero. And then if you increase the number of zeros there, your life becomes better. Am I talking to somebody? All right? So go and think. It means you have to go and think and re-strategize. Stop doing things that are making you fail. Some of you need to increase your prices. Go and increase your price by 10%. Just 10%. Can I just say $10 go and say HR 11? Can I just say $5 say HR 5.50? That 50 cents will give you an advantage. Am I talking to somebody? All right. What to do in Zimbabwe? You must use social media. Now, all of you here, you use social media. Everybody on a smartphone, you're on social media. But the problem is, I watch some of your statuses, and there's nothing. Manje ndaridya sadza ne T-bone. Just because wanetsana nasisi vako na tete vako wakati uri murombo wavati manje ndaidya T-bone. I hear them saying, and you are wasting social media time. Huh? Now, the use of social media is for business. It's a tool to reach people. Number one, with social media, you don't need a shop. You don't need a shop. You don't need stock. You don't need money. I was talking to a certain lady, and I was telling her about a business, and we were just discussing about a business. And I said, you know what? The product that you need, you don't have the money to stock it, so you don't need it. Look for somebody who is selling it. And go to the somebody and say, you know what? I'm going to be buying from you. And what I'm going to do is, can you give me permission to take photos in your shop? Waste up pa shop pako online. And iwewe what? I supply these things. I supply clothes, hembe, shoes, vudzi, eye nails, chiyi, what, butsu, chambo. You can literally sell anything. You don't even need to have stock. And you just say on your chaguti, we deliver. Because I was not going to shop, shop is online. You know what I'm saying? So we deliver. All things are delivered. In Harare, no money. Outside, you pay transport. You get what I'm saying? So you can sell anything without even stock. You just go, otora my photos, where's a pago, where's a shop, where's a starago, over to Shumenix, you know, the shop. Order and you put ka shop kako, what is like a gallery ka chiyi, over WhatsApp, order on WhatsApp. Which means you can start a cake shop, you can start a shoe shop, you can start a glass shop, you can start anything. You can literally start anything by using your social media. So why are you broke? Because you use your social media for nonsense. On a six-pack. Sex step. Are you hear what I'm saying? Yeah. Women, we have seen those poses. I'll be seeing them. And then I say, what are they selling? Unless if that's what you are selling. Tell us now, is that what you are selling? If that's what you are selling, let them sell, because that's what they'll be selling. But if you are selling a business, you must advertise your business on your social media. Am I talking to somebody? So you don't need stock, Yogutanga cell phone company. You don't need stock, Yogutanga tire company. You don't need stock, Yogutanga IT company. You don't need stock. You don't need a shop. You don't need chagudi. You just need your iPhone. You just need your smartphone. That's all you need. Take stock of it. I'll deliver. And I know people who have started to make money. They've made money from supplying from other people until so don't tell me you don't have money to start. It's a cry that I don't listen to. You can sell paint, you can sell chocolate, you can literally do anything. In fact, what you can actually do, you can then go to the person who I'll be your salesperson. So what you do, at a discount. I'll sell at the same price, 10% or 15%. You negotiate your 15% and then you do it. Same price, next shop, and you sell at the same price, but you negotiate with the person who you need 10%. This person will be happy because they're probably making more than that and they want their stock to move. And if you start moving, they'll start to actually give you value. And say, you know what? Alright, and you start to build a relationship. So far. Is this helping somebody? Yes. So don't tell me you don't have anything to start. You can start from somewhere. All the people that you see, some motor sales, motor zao. Sales rep. And anambo apply. I can go to motor. Can that thing someone on the pochi? So use your social media to get your Am I talking? So this thing you're going to and now start. Who told you need to start? Hey, and to a shop. Who told you need a shop? Who are you gonna say? Your shop is your social media. What you need to do in Zimbabwe. I know some of you are moving to Manchester. What you need to do in Zimbabwe? And then you should have gold. Those are what you did. Oh, and then you join and then the politician. Check us the last time. The pathway. If that's what's your pathway, it's good. We'll give you wisdom to succeed in that also. But here we are talking about real entrepreneurship. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And you can start it on social media. 5 minutes. Let me skip this one. A lot of Zimbabweans, they talk big, but they don't execute. A lot of Zimbabweans overthink things, overplan things, overanalyze, but do not execute. do not do things. You understand what I'm saying? I realize that there are certain things that you will never learn until you are in the game. Aungaite nonzi practical, awuite theory of swimming. When you are swimming, butterfly, open your hands 60 degrees above your head, then go kuchu. I hear him say, then you raise them up. Because you can only learn it in the water. So I want you to know something. Just do it. You understand what I'm saying? Just do it. Just do it. If you think it, I hear him saying, that's how some of us survive. We just say, but when you overthink, you overanalyze. You don't execute. We talk so big, write good business plans. And go on, my business plans. I go to my upu alone. But are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to execute. So action beats all the talking. And some of us were just big talkers. Next year, next month, next teacher could, and you procrastinate and you wallop in poverty. But if you are an action-oriented person, you will get the results. No money comes to you without action. No money is going to come to you without while you are sleeping. Even the prostitutes, they will not be sleeping. They will be sleeping, but they will be awake and doing some action. No action, no money. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to execute. We have to execute. We have to stop talking and start doing. And start doing. The other thing which I want you to say, then I'll open for question and answer. So please get ready with your questions. Look for money. Okay? And sometimes I say, if you're in business, look for money before you need the money. And there are people that you can look for money from. You can look from your friends. You can look from family. You can look from fools. You can look from the bank. You can look from yourself. And yourself, I like you to look money from yourself because you've got a lot of accessories which are valuable but are not making you money. Some of you have got 2 phones. I've got 1. As you know, phone. To me, you've got money locked up. It's money. There's just so much money. Uru got 4 rooms, but better 1. 1 room. Why don't you outlet those rooms? Money. And I always say, before you go and look for money in yourself and around yourself. What is it around you that can release money? Some of you have got 2 more fridges. But you know, I said zara nyama, yakapezwa zara nyama. Even pengeri one, I said zara nyama. So imagine the H&D display. Listen, a team bofads when you go now une 2 mafiriji uchuroja. Andumbo and Andomboti unonzi wabudira une 2 ma 75 screen in a rented house. In fact, those things please vanoga broke. Because Murugufunga the same way. But people of wealth are not impressed by that. So, most of you probably have got some money locked up in some item which you think is valuable, but is not valuable at all. Understand what I'm saying? So, you must be looking for money. So cow, phone, car, bag, whatever. Sell something. Start the business. Are you hearing what I'm saying? England. Get some money. Start a business. You understand what I'm saying? So this business of you are actually money yourself. There's something of value on you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So I always say good. In anyone, and my wife was there. I always use. When I was finishing my house and I didn't have money, I went to the guy Angane who I owed money. The contract. Namuti contract. And Namariako. Jine motor. I did Toreg at that time, do Pastor D. Yes, back. Yes. So it was Toreg. And that Dokpa Toreg. Can also get Toreg and it is Ognetsko. Didn't open Bichana. Bichana Asan, it is Okphone Rocket Posico. That's a funga. That's the Mandaktora motor. That's right. Because I used what I had to clear my financial issues. You understand what I'm saying? You want to preserve what you have and go into deeper financial pain and problems. Yet unezinu that you can dispose and chakut and chiji and are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. So look at what you have before you start looking for money. And one thing, let me tell you this, don't go for loan sharks. Because loan sharks will say 30% per month. Anything above 20% per month, you will not be able to pay it. In fact, the loan shark system is designed for you to lose the item that you leave as security. Because after 3 months, the Maria is equivalent to the value of that thing, and it's gone. You understand what I'm saying? Am I talking to somebody? And I'm about because unangone entrepreneurship, pessimism. You could chineta. Listen, there's a law in if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So when you think this thing is going to take 2 months, it's going to take 4 months. If you think the check is going to be signed tomorrow, it's going to be signed next week. So I've been around for a long time now, knowing good, I've not had anything that moved according to plan. There's always a delay. And that delay, kuna loan shark, you are gone. I used the loan shark once. Pastor Diwan was here. I am hunting you down. All right. Okay. Last. Then we go into question and answer. 2 minutes past 7. Run your own race. Zimbabweans, run your own race. Are you hearing what I'm saying? We are coming from two totally different situations. Some of us in a black text, you're sending your kids, you're sending your mother, you're sending your child. Don't compete with another brother or the next person next to you. Say. In fact, mind your own business. Wakawaya kuharare wega. So run your own things. And it's good to chipusa or minding my own business. No. But I'm saying usa pinzwe pressure. Nevanu, especially on social media. Because some of you right now, you are depressed, not because you're supposed to be depressed, but because of what you saw on social media. You understand what I'm saying? Ona mwe mabaruma achiburiswa unonzi mota nyowani. Achirizirwa boso. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Iwe. Let me tell you another story. I've got stories. And these are all true stories. Pastor D knows it. So I met this guy. And then he stopped by the road. And I stopped by the roadside. When I stopped there, the guy came to me. Yeah. It was on a Friday. Pastor D. And then another one. Avataro, and he's doing this. And that's Sangana made the brother. And I said, hey, man, your brother is doing so well. I met him the other time, and he was telling me he's bought a house in Mount Pleasant. And Zimba yangu. And plus, yeah, I'm not chinu. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to dilapidate the yangu. Upon the pins, pressure. The pins got pressure because that's the night. Sometimes you say, the Sarah. The Manchester I hear him say. So I then realized, so I want you to run your own race. This is what you need to do in Zimbabwe. Just cut out other people, run your own race, work out your business. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because that's social. So what you need to do is to say for the next 3 months, I'll tell you you'll be better after 3 months than uchitera munhu wese. Tera munhu wese. Aita say, aenda kupi, avhura bag grip, aita say, wane chi, waita chi chaitwa, maboso aridzwa kupi. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm speaking to you. I shut myself from people, and sukukuona, and sukumtarisa, and sukuta say, don't manyisa chi, tuntwang. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Run your own race. I will tell you, you'll be a better entrepreneur if you say for the next 3 months, I'm focusing on my business, I'm executing, I'm getting some money, I'm going to grow this thing, I'm going to put it into some money. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm going to use social media, I'm going to blow my business, I'm going to tackle my business, just talk about your business. Instead of Goya, which tell us my jokes. Not everybody needs to be a skittian. How many are making money from those jokes? You are better off coming with, guys, I'm selling this. If you want it, I'm here. Then we'll see. Are you hear what I'm saying? This is my phone WhatsApp number. You are better off like that. Everybody now wants to be a comedian. Yet, the biggest comedian, again, the cookie. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Hello? Let's wake up. Focus on your business. Focus on your life. Me, I focus on my life and I push my life. You understand what I'm saying? Question and answer. Did you get something tonight? Okay. So you've got roving mics. When you've got a question, lift up your hand, tell us who you are, the business that you're in, and then your question. No preaching, just questions. Is that okay? Let's start. Do we have a question here? One question this side. Let's start here. Do we have a question this side? 2, 3, 4. Do you have a question this side? 5, 6. Okay. Let's hope we'll be able to go through them for 20 minutes. Let's start.
All right. Thank you very much, Doc.
Give me the volume, guys. I can't hear.
Thank you very much, Doc. My name is Shelton. We run a construction supplies company. So my question was, we sort of like are running a chemical business. So this chemical business, as you were saying, it's a bit of it has a few zeros, right? So I've been struggling in terms of actually connecting, because when you're running that business, most of the companies that deal with a lot of zeros, it's more of you have to approach procurement and they approve your product and everything, right? So most of that stuff has been done, and it's a product that has been being used around the world, mostly in South Africa, right? So for them now to adopt your product, you have to sort of like maybe make someone happy in procurement or something. So I wanted to know maybe what skills can I use to grease the wheels, but in a more ethical way.
All right. So greasing the wheels is called commission and contact fee. It's everywhere in the world. So don't try to quantify and philosophize things that are happening anyway. If I introduce you, there's an introduction fee. Everywhere in the world. If I give you a loan, even the bank giving you its own money, they do an establishment fee, a 2%, a 3%. It's everywhere. So people will do that. So get over it. Tell your neighbor, get over it. Get over it. Yeah. Yeah. Nine. That would you say? Establishment fee. All right. Having said that, what you need to do is, I told you that people deal with people that they know. So what you need to do is where do these procurement people go? Which conferences do they go to? So one of the things that I say to you, if you've got a high-level product like that, volunteer to present at one of their conferences and be the expert. And then when you're there, you say, you know what, we can come and do a demo at your company for free. Usually that works. But problem is, you are shut in your office and say, my customers are. No, the customers are out there. People buy from people they know. Be known by the owners of the company, by the people that are making decisions. Where are they? So one of the things that I wanted to do, so I do a lot of work for corporates. So some of my clients are corporates, banks, and NGOs. So what I did is, they've got an HR thing, groups. So I went to them and said, look guys, I want to present to you guys about 8 HRs, which is 8 organizations. And I did a presentation. I sponsored a tea. Said I will sponsor a finger tea, and do a presentation, question and answer. Then you guys can do your own meeting. What was I doing? I was introducing myself to them so that they know me and get contacts. So you need to be in close contacts before you can do some deals. Because nobody cares about you. They are already getting that chemical from somewhere already. So why do you think you'll just come and displace them? How? You know what I'm saying? You have to create a relationship. Business is about creating relationships, and you create relationships strategically. Some of us, we are too stingy to create the relationship. You get what I'm saying? But it's easier for people to give you business. We have seen them before. So go to there. So going to conferences is not a waste of money, it's investment. Creating contacts is not a waste of money, it's investment for your business. Prepare presentations where you become the industry expert, so that when that issue is now being talked about, you are speaking and say, you know what, we've got the next thing that will reduce your price by 15%. And when people hear cost reduction, they go for it. So give them, sell the benefits. Don't sell the product. Do take some oil. So what? What I want is that this oil, is it cheaper? Does it last longer? Does this chemical give me wonders? Does it give me more profit from what I'm doing now? If the answer is yes, then we've got a deal. You understand what I'm saying? And you pay your establishment fee. Next question.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes.
I'm Tandazani.
Okay.
Ndinoita interior deco. So I wanted to find out kuti mostly you find kuti vanhu vazhinji vanenge vaine mari vane temper. So ndanga ndichida kuvhunza kuti kana uchidhila navo, how best can you deal with them?
Naitine tempere nedi. Now, iwewe, you must understand what is your goal. Chauru kuda ichi mari. In the words of Passion Java, vuma kupusiswa. And get your money. Are you know what I'm saying? Kana wane mari, unozoti aimi mandi kudila nemi. Asi unengo wane mari. Uchiri kutanga, munhu atopinda. You know what? So I'll tell you, as a medical doctor, there are some difficult patients. I had a difficult patient kwa makoni. I reserve the rights. Manje pano andibve. Ndichangoramba ndichiuya. Enge ndinoramba ndichinetsa. Ndandaziva kuti kune vanhu vakadaro. But not everybody ane mari is like that. Some of the most humble people are people with money. Just because you meet one bad apple, don't label everybody. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And where you must stick your mind to the goal. My goal here is to feed my family, to pay my rent, send my kids. Come rain, come thunder. I can take the insult as long as I get the what? The money. Kana wane mari, you can then screen one anonetsa kuti ano mimi nchada kudila nembati. Kana uchiri kutanga munhu atopinda achinetsa asachitenga. Give me the money, nekuvawa kwako. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Okay? So You humble yourself. No, sorry. Toita wopo mariago. Vavaenda vat asichama ichi. Asipa unongo ponda smile. No, I am sorry. We will correct it. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Oh, mubige. Yes. Achibudo vat. Vamwe van. Yeah. They're not Judas Iscariot. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You can scold them as much as they want after they are gone. But in front of them, get the money. Get the money. Next question, yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chirisa. Good evening, everyone. My name is Coach Nyari. I run a company called All Things English. So I coach English, that's public speaking, ALT, and general communication. So my question is on social media. You talked about how we need to be on social media for business, and that's really what I do. I'm on social media strictly for business. So my question is on the fact that of late I've discovered that my adverts aren't converting. So I've got so many messages coming in, like hundreds, and it's so overwhelming, but then there's no conversion at all. So I'm wondering, is there a problem with my advertising strategies or what? So the customers that are coming in are people who are referrals, people who've known me for the past year. They're the ones who are bringing in new clients. So
All right. So you must understand that the purpose. So I did a social media course 2 years ago in the States. When I went there, I did a course, $5,000 just to study social media marketing. So you must understand that social media marketing, when you are doing that, it's for lead generation. It's for lead maturation or naturation, and it's for lead conversion. So lead generation, kungo kumba nemarara. Then there are some people who are going to buy from you, but not today. I did that when we're telling about sales. When you advertise, there are people that will buy immediately. They are only 10%. There are people who will buy after some time. They are 40%. Then there are late buyers. You understand what I'm saying? So your adverts are nurturing people to show that you are still there, you are alive, your business is going well, you are not desperate. You are nurturing the leads so that if they know somebody, they will refer. If they now want it, they will refer. Not everybody that sees your advert wants to buy from you now. So you must understand the purpose of being on media. Then you've got your conversion. These are the people. Conversion are people that ask you how much, that ask leading questions. People that like share and chat, they are not converting. You understand what I'm saying? So the people that say, can I DM you? Those are the people now who actually are likely to buy. And it's very small percentage. So don't lose hope. Increase. But what you need to do is also, what are you posting on social media? Okay, so don't say, I do English, come, I cost $5. People don't want information. People want value content. So if you look at what I do those clips every Wednesday. Talk for 2 minutes. I'm not asking to sell anything. I'm giving you value, called value posting. So now you start to follow. And the next time you see me, you'll probably, if I start selling something, you'll probably buy something from me. Because I've nurtured you and I've given you value. So don't try to take or you give. So the question is, what are you posting? I want to see your post. If you are saying, that's not value. That's information. You want to take, give the people value. So what I want you to do my clips. Today I'm going to teach you, every Monday I'm going to do an English word. I'm going to do a pronunciation. Don't pronounce it as fridge, say fridge. You get what I'm saying? Huh? If you start doing that, you will go viral. You understand what I'm saying? Don't say Taylor, say Taylor. Taylor. So, and it teaches them how to speak. Open your mouth when they say, swallow your words. So, amen, amen. Just say amen. You get what I'm saying? So when you do that, simple words, but you are now giving what? People value. So if I can bet you that your adverts are not like that. They are telling us where you are, how much you are costing. People are not interested in that. People don't want to be sold. People want to be given value. So change what you are posting and give people value. Next question. No. we use questions. We use people with mics. No, you're breaking rank. You're breaking rank.
Good evening, Doc. My name is Tapana Sheitai Kongera. Currently, I'm running a broiler rearing industry. And my main question is, how is it, do you know, like, the skills you're going to need to achieve your version of success?
Okay. That's a good question. So, what you need to understand is, there are basic skills that you need in an entrepreneur. You understand what I'm saying? Then there are skills that you need to succeed in your line of business. So there are two sets of skills: business skills and industry skills. You understand what I'm saying? So for me to interview a patient, for me to handle that person, it's a skill. It's a psychiatric skill. You make pens, you don't need that skill. You understand what I'm saying? But all of us, we need leadership. All of us, we need social media skills. All of us, we need sales. All of us, we need hiring teams. All of us, we need, you get what I'm saying? So there are about 10 skills that you need as an entrepreneur, and you must develop them. They are global. It doesn't matter which industry, they are the same. That's why we can come to a class like this and learn principles. Then we can have specific industry. So, for example, this man is into home automation. That's what he does. Okay? He has done one of the biggest homes in this country. That's what he does. Come, let me advertise you. We are on my orders. Okay. So, this guy is my teach. It's called Teach. And he's my armor bearer. Okay? But he's not a stupid man. He's an IT guy. And he does home automation. Home on your phone and all that. And he has done the homes of homes in this nation. So if you want that, please get hold of this man. But the skills that he needs of doing that, those are specific. Home security, they are specific for his industry. You are a broiler, you don't need this skill because it's industry specific. You also need your industry, animal, and broiler, whatever skill. But all of us, we need to market. All of us, we need accounting. All of us, we need to sell. All of us, we need. So in a place like this, we will teach you general skills that you need. Entrepreneur skills. Thanks, Tish. But you will then need industry-specific skills. So what I do is, I go to psychiatry conferences to sharpen my industry skills. I go to business mentorship classes to sharpen my entrepreneurship skills. So when we call for a leadership, sales, marketing, social media, you need to come because it's something that all of us need if you're going to run a successful enterprise. I hope it answered your question. So there is general business and entrepreneurship skills, then there's industry-specific skills. And you must know what they are. All right. Where's the next question?
Good evening. My name is Mrs. Manyika. I am a product of one of your classes. 4 years ago, I attended your class at Alex Park Sports Club.
Wow.
And you spoke to us about using our WhatsApp to advertise. I stopped posting rubbish on my WhatsApp and I posted my business every day, 24/7, until someone in my contacts introduced me to the medical groups. I started running a medical company. I started off selling maybe 5-10 masks. Now I'm a medical wholesaler.
Wow. Come on, put your hands together. Wow.
Today I'm into money lending. I give money at 20%. I've got $1 million US that I would like to distribute. My number is 0785 472 407. 0785, for those of you that are looking for money to borrow.
Okay.
My number is 0785 472 407. In that same class, you told us that...
All right, okay. I will charge you 2% for using my platform. For every money that is borrowed, you give me 2%. All right,
You are the
now,
one who taught me that, Dr. Chirisa.
your question, because we've got 2 questions in the lower auditorium in the overflow.
No, I don't have any question. It's just a testimony. Thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Chirisa.
All right. Aggressive marketing. All right. We've got 5 more minutes, but these questions are helpful. Can we get 2 questions from the lower auditorium? Is that okay?
Good evening, Doc. My name is Reginald Maguiro. I'm the co-founder of Kids Pro. We do electronics, programming, and robotics. We are working with kids. So my question, Doc, is it's a new product. I know it's going to be of great benefit in Africa. Right? I've been doing this for 3 years, and on the up market, we've been doing so well. But now I'm trying to scale up so that I can reach all the markets in the country. But the problem is, some of the markets, they don't understand the product. And we've been doing demos, a single demo, 2 demos. Probably the teachers and the institutions do not understand the product. So my question is, are there any strategies that I can use so that these institutions can understand the product? Because I've tested the product in some markets and it has been doing good.
A good question. And I like it because it's a blue ocean, okay? Fairly blue ocean. Very few companies are doing that. But the thing is, when you do your demo, what are you selling? What people want and teachers want, or any customer wants, is, does this thing reduce my pain? Okay? So what advantage is do those people who are buying it have? So what you need to do is you need to prepare testimonials of people that have bought it. Okay. And you run them on your page. And you send it to the headmasters and say, you know what, I've got 2 testimonials, listen to this. Oh, we are this school, showing your product. And we've been doing this, and after we did this, these were the benefits, the engagement, the results, the what. When people tell you testimonies, the utilization and acquisition goes up. But if you're just saying, I'm selling boards, I'm selling smart boards, they are costing this, people don't care. So most of our advertising that we have in Zimbabwe is informative. It's not persuasive. So there's a difference. So if I say, so I must tell you, so if you look at, you must use hooks or things that attract people and persuade people. So you need to be persuasive rather than just giving information. So that's what I would say now. Get testimonials, go on social media, and then target schools and target parents so that the parents themselves will start to say, why don't we have these things in our classrooms? You understand what I'm saying? So there are 2 people that you target headmasters, target the teachers, and then target the what? The parents. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to have a marketing strategy on how you market your product. If you are not getting the results, it means that you are not targeting the right people or your messaging is wrong. So we can talk about it, book for 5 minutes, and maybe I'll talk to you. Not today, but a book with my PA from the Dr. SM Chirisa. There's a way for those who want consultants, you can book, and then we'll discuss in detail something specific for you. Next question, lower auditorium. We've got 2 minutes.
Hi, Doc. So my name is Praise Coupe. I run a marketing and multimedia company, and with the work I've done, I'm confident I can scale up and make a whole lot more. But then my question would be, how would I then manage to scale up the right way without, missing the gaps? Because if I take too long, I'll miss the gap.
Principles of scaling up. There are principles of scaling up. And one of the things is the demand there? Because you might want to scale up, but is the demand there? That's number 1. Number two, what you need to understand is that sometimes in Africa we are behind technologically. And you might bring a product which is ahead of the development that would have happened. So you need to know, do we have a market for what you are selling? And one of the things that you need to do is to actually test the market to see, is it ready for that? There are so many products that failed in this market, which were good. You understand what I'm saying? On paper, they were good. They worked in other regions, but when you bring them here, they don't fail. So you also have to look at the affordability of that product. The people that you're selling to, can they afford what you are selling? So it's very key. So you have to look at the sweet spot of all these things: affordability, accessibility, and readability of that technology to the people that you want to scale up. Because you can do all the right thing and still fail, because you have forgotten that you are dealing with people, and these people have got real needs. What I want you to do when you're bringing a product, look for the pain point that your industry has and offer them a solution for the pain that they already have. I didn't look for people that had that were drug addicts, or look for people with depression, or they're already there, and I provide a solution for them and accessibility. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to look and say, what is the pain point? Does my solution address the biggest pain points? And it's easy. You can do a survey. Guys, what is the most problematic thing in your industry? Which one do you think needs to be solved? If you're going to use money, which is the top 3 things that you would use money for? And you do a survey over 3-5 customers. You now know their pain point. Do you have a solution for those top 3? Most of us, we don't do that. We just run with a solution, and it's not relevant to the market that you want, and you can't scale it. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Oh, man, we are back to the main auditorium, and it's 1931. Let me leave this time to the MC. Thank you.
Come on, let's give him a big standing ovation. Well done, well done. You may kindly take a seat for the meantime. Come and just give your neighbor a nudge and tell them, go to the blue ocean. And just do it. So please, let's remain seated for the following brief announcements. That on the 3rd of March, this coming Sunday, we're going to have our 12 years anniversary celebration. It's starting from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then for our usual Sunday service, we do have our double service. The first one starts from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and the second service starts from 10:45 to 12:45 p.m. And then on the 23rd of March, we're going to have the Wise Man meeting. It's starting from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. It is dubbed Getting Real Personal with the Wise Men. So all the wise men who are above the age of 25, you are all invited. And then our next Dr. SMA Masterclass is going to be on the 5th of April. So tell a friend to tell a friend that is going down here at 55 Kwame Nkrumah. Having said that, may you have a beautiful, blessed evening. So before we go, please let's just remain seated, everyone who is in this auditorium, as we excuse those who are in the lower auditorium. So people who are in the lower auditorium, you are kindly excused.